If your socks leave deep marks by night and your shoes feel tighter every evening, your body may be sending a warning. Lower leg swelling is not always just age. In older adults, about 1 in 5 live with ongoing lower limb swelling, and it often comes with more pain, less walking, and more trouble getting out of a chair. Here is the surprising part. Many people chase miracle teas, creams, or random supplements, while ignoring the simple bedtime moves that actually help fluid move out of the feet. Tonight, I want to show you what really works, what does not, and how to wake up with lighter, less puffy feet. This is not guesswork. It is built on the same advice repeated by major medical centers and national health sources. Mainstream guidance keeps coming back to the same few tools. Move the leg muscles, raise the swollen area above the heart, use compression the right way, lower excess salt, and look for warning signs that need medical care. Research also shows that lower limb swelling in older adults is common and tied to reduced mobility. That matters now because the longer fluid sits in the tissues, the harder it can become to walk comfortably, care for the skin, and stay active. And once activity drops, swelling often gets worse. That cycle is exactly what we want to break tonight. Here is what is happening inside your body. During the day, gravity keeps pulling fluid downward. Your veins and lymph channels are supposed to carry that fluid back up. But with age, long sitting, weak calf muscles, extra salt, certain medicines, and vein problems, the return trip slows down. Think of your lower legs like a neighborhood at the bottom of a hill after heavy rain. If the drains are slow and the pump is weak, water starts collecting in every low spot. In your body, those low spots are your ankles, feet, and lower legs. Your calf muscles matter more than most people realize. Some experts even call them your second heart. Every time you walk, flex your ankles, or rise onto your toes, those muscles squeeze veins and help push blood and fluid upward. But if you sit for hours, those muscles go quiet. Then fluid sits in the tissues, like water trapped in a sponge. That is why swelling often looks worse at night. It has had all day to settle. And this is where it gets interesting. Swelling is not only a comfort problem. The skin can get tight, shiny, itchy, or fragile. Shoes can rub. Balance can feel off. Walking can become stiff and heavy. A national study in older adults linked leg swelling with more pain and more trouble standing up, climbing stairs, and walking several blocks. So if you keep telling yourself it is only puffiness, you may be ignoring something that is slowly stealing your movement. Before we get into the fixes, take a second to subscribe and tell me your country in the comments. Join our family of wellness seekers because small nightly habits can change how you feel every morning. And stay with me because the most important fix is not a cream, not a detox drink, and not an expensive gadget. It is a simple strategy most people do in the wrong order. So what is the hidden truth? The best bedtime fixes for foot swelling are mostly mechanical. They work with gravity, muscle pumping, and gentle pressure. Not against them. That means your goal at night is not to flush your body with a mystery drink. It is to stop more fluid from pooling, then help the trapped fluid move out before sleep. Many popular videos make this too complicated. They promise instant drainage from essential oils, extreme hot and cold tricks, or heavy compression worn all night. But the strongest, safest advice from major medical sources stays simple. Raise the legs, move the ankles, use gentle massage when appropriate, be smart with salt and timing, use compression correctly, and never miss the red flags. Think of your circulation like a house with plumbing, pumps, and filters. Your veins are the return pipes. Your calf muscles are the helper pump. Your kidneys are one of the filters. Your lymph system is the cleanup crew. If you only pour in more remedies without helping the pipes and pump, the basement still floods. That is why some people keep trying pills, powders, and rubs, and still wake up swollen. The good news is that gravity-related swelling often can look better by morning when you use the right routine. Not because you performed magic, but because you reduced pooling and gave your body a better path to move fluid overnight. If your swelling comes mostly from long sitting, mild vein weakness, warm weather, or too much salt, you may notice lighter feet even after one evening. If your swelling is chronic, the change is usually slower. Think days and weeks, not miracles. But steady improvement is real. Now, let's count down the fixes that deserve a place in your bedtime routine. Before we start the countdown, let me clear up one common misunderstanding. Swelling is not always about drinking too much water. In many people, the real issue is where the fluid is sitting, not how much total fluid is in the body. That is why simply drinking less late at night does not solve everything. If the veins are sluggish, the calf pump is sleepy, and the tissues have been under pressure all day, the fluid still needs a better exit route. Tonight's routine gives your body that route. Fix number 5 is simple, but most people do it halfway. Elevate your lower legs above the level of your heart before sleep, not just your feet hanging off an ottoman. Your calves need support too. A wedge pillow works well, so do firm pillows under the full lower leg. Stay there for about 15 to 20 minutes. If your body tolerates it, sleeping with gentle elevation can also help some people. Why does this work? Because gravity finally stops fighting you and starts helping you. It's helping all day. Fluid slides down into the lowest part of the body. When you lift the legs high enough, you reverse part of that pressure. Imagine tipping a wet garden sponge upward so the water can drain away from the bottom edge. That is what you are asking your tissues to do. This is not just a comfort trick. Mayo Clinic and Cleveland Clinic both include elevation among the core self-care steps for edema. The key is position. If your knees are bent too sharply or your legs are only slightly raised, you may not get much benefit. Support the whole lower leg. Let the ankles relax. Breathe slowly. Give the fluid time to move. One more detail matters here. A recliner can feel good, but if your feet are only level with your hips, that may not be enough. Many people think feet up and legs above heart are the same thing. They are not. A mild lift is comfort. A higher lift is drainage. You do not need to force your body into a painful angle. You just need enough height to help the fluid stop camping in the ankles. What do you feel when this starts working? Often the tightness eases first. Then the skin looks less shiny. The sock lines look shallower. Your ankles may bend more easily. Picture a 74-year-old retired teacher who spends long afternoons sitting and reading. After several nights of proper elevation, she notices her slippers slide on with less effort in the morning. Small change, big relief. Now here is the bridge to the next fix. Elevation opens the drain, but it does not squeeze the sponge. For that, you need movement. Fix number 4 is to switch on your calf pump before bed. While your legs are elevated, slowly point your toes away. Then, pull them back toward your face. Do that 15 to 20 times. Next, make slow ankle circles in each direction. If you are able, stand up afterward and do 10 gentle heel raises while holding a counter or sturdy chair. This matters because movement is one of the most repeated recommendations across reliable sources. NIH, Mayo, and other clinical guidance all note that using the muscles in the swollen limb helps move fluid back toward the heart. Your calf is not just a leg muscle, it is a pressure pump. Every squeeze helps push fluid upward instead of letting it sit. Think of a tube of toothpaste. If you squeeze from the bottom, the paste moves up. If you leave it alone, nothing changes. Your ankle pumps do that same job for pooled fluid. They are especially helpful if you sat through dinner, watched television for hours, or rode in a car that day. This is also why long, quiet evenings can make swelling worse even when you feel relaxed. Your body may be resting, but the fluid is not leaving efficiently. A few minutes of ankle movement before sleep can undo part of what 3 or 4 still hours created. That is a powerful trade. Small effort, useful payoff. A 69-year-old retired bus driver might go from peeling off tight socks every night to waking with lighter ankles after 1 week of doing elevation plus ankle pumps. Not because the fluid vanished forever, but because the return pathway finally got some help. And this is the beauty of the move. It costs nothing. It takes only a few minutes. And it helps without stressing the body. But there is more. Once the fluid starts shifting, the way you touch the swollen area can either help or irritate it. Fix number 3 is gentle upward massage, followed by skin protection. Notice the word gentle. You are not trying to knead dough. You are not digging into the tissue. Use light, smooth strokes from the foot toward the ankle, then from the ankle toward the knee. If your skin is dry, use a small amount of lotion so your hands glide without pulling. Why can this help? Mayo's edema guidance says firm but not painful. Stroking toward the heart may help move fluid out of the area. In lymphedema care, trained therapists use very light pressure to guide trapped fluid toward areas that can handle it better. Think of sweeping water toward a drain with a soft broom. If you push too hard, you do not help the drain. You just splash the water around. This is also the perfect time to inspect the skin. Swollen skin can crack more easily, it can itch, it can rub inside shoes, tiny openings can invite infection. So after the massage, moisturize dry skin, especially around the heel, ankle, and top of the foot. This step sounds boring, but protecting the skin is part of reducing trouble from swelling. And here is the caution that many viral videos skip. Do not massage a leg that is suddenly swollen, red, hot, very painful, or much larger on one side. Do not massage over an active skin infection. Do not massage if a blood clot is possible. In those cases, the rule is simple. Stop. Get medical advice first. Now to the next hidden driver. Sometimes the problem is not only gravity. Sometimes you are quietly helping the swelling build all evening. Fix number 2 is to calm the evening fluid load. Start with dinner. Go lighter on salty foods at night. That means less canned soup, deli meat, chips, takeout, and heavily salted frozen meals. Salt pulls more fluid into the tissues. When you eat a very salty dinner, then sit for hours, your feet often pay the price by bedtime. This does not mean you should stop drinking water and try to dry yourself out. That backfires. Your body still needs steady hydration. The smarter move is to spread fluids through the day instead of saving them for the evening. Front-load most of your drinking earlier, then taper at night if your clinician has not given you different instructions. Think steady watering of a garden, not dumping a whole bucket at sunset. And here is another reason this helps. When you eat a salty meal late, your body tends to hold on to more fluid right when gravity is still pulling it into the legs. If you also sit still for the next few hours, you are creating the perfect setup for morning puffiness. A lighter dinner, a short walk, and earlier hydration. Give your body a quieter night, and often less overnight bathroom disruption too. If you usually sit through the whole evening, break that up too. Take a short walk after dinner. Even 5 minutes around the house can help. Then do your elevation routine later. This 1-2 pattern works better than eating, sitting, then hoping the swelling will magically disappear in bed. Picture a 77-year-old retired bookkeeper who loves salty crackers at night. She switches to a lighter evening snack, walks the hallway after dinner, and stops camping in one chair for 3 straight hours. After 10 days, the deep ankle indentations begin to soften. That is how real change often looks. Quiet, gradual, repeatable. And now we reach the most misunderstood fix of all. Fix number 1 is smart compression and a red flag check. Compression garments can help many people with leg swelling, especially when vein weakness is part of the problem. They work by giving outside support, so fluid is less likely to pool in the tissues. But here is the key. Compression is usually a daytime strategy, not an automatic sleep-in-it-all-night strategy. Many popular videos blur this line. They suggest putting on tight compression socks before bed and wearing them through the night. For some people, that may be uncomfortable or inappropriate. Major medical guidance says compression can help, but fit and safety matter. People with poor artery circulation may need extra testing before using compression. And if compression is prescribed, many people are told to put it on in the morning when swelling is lowest. So, what is the bedtime part of this fix? It is preparation and decision making. Lay out your compression socks for the next morning if your clinician has recommended them. Check that they are not rolled, bunched, or cutting into the skin. Make sure they fit the foot and calf correctly. Then ask yourself a harder question. Is this really simple pooling, or is my body waving a red flag? Compression works best when used with the body's normal rhythm. Morning is usually when the legs are least swollen. That makes the socks easier to put on and more effective at stopping fresh pooling during the day. Bedtime is the moment to plan for that win, not to squeeze already tired feet without a clear reason. Used wisely, compression supports the system. Used carelessly, it can become one more irritation. Get help right away if swelling is sudden, happens in one leg, or comes with chest pain, shortness of breath, fever, a warm red calf, coughing blood, or skin that is leaking. Those signs can point to a clot, heart problem, infection, or another serious cause. Also remember that certain medicines can cause swelling, including some blood pressure drugs, pain relievers like NSAIDs, steroids, and hormones. Never stop them on your own, but do bring them up with your clinician. This changes everything because the best bedtime fix is not pretending every swollen foot is harmless. It is using home care for the right kind of swelling while spotting the kind that needs medical care. And remember, in adults over 50, one of the most common long-term causes is venous insufficiency. That means the one-way valves in the leg veins do not push blood upward as well as they used to. The result is heaviness, ankle puffiness, and that familiar feeling that your shoes shrink by evening. Home steps can help a lot with this pattern, but if the swelling keeps returning, you are not failing the routine. You may simply need a better workup, a medicine review, or a more tailored compression plan. The routine helps the symptom. The diagnosis explains the reason. Now let's slow down for an important safety moment. These tips are for mild, gradual swelling that tends to build through the day. They are not a substitute for diagnosis. Do not use this approach as your only plan if the swelling is new, severe, or unexplained. Do not rely on massage or exercise first if one leg is suddenly much bigger than the other, if the leg is red or hot, or if you have chest pain or trouble breathing. Those need prompt medical care. Be careful with compression if you have known peripheral artery disease, severe numbness, fragile skin, or sores that are not healing. Be careful with fluid or salt changes if you have heart failure, kidney disease, liver disease, or have been told to follow specific fluid limits. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, new swelling should be discussed with a clinician because the cause and safety plan can be different. If you have active cancer in the affected limb, a recent blood clot, or a skin infection, do not do home lymph-style massage unless a qualified clinician says it is safe. Also, watch your medicines. Swelling can be linked to some blood pressure medicines, anti-inflammatory pain pills, steroids, and hormones. That does not mean the medicine is wrong for you. It means your prescriber may need to adjust the plan. And please remember this: natural does not always mean safe. Large doses of potassium, magnesium, or herbal vein supplements can be risky for some people, especially with kidney issues, heart rhythm problems, or drug interactions. Home care should support medical care, not replace it. So how do you put all this together tonight? Start after dinner with 5 to 10 minutes of easy walking, even if it is only inside your home. Later, sit or lie down and elevate your lower legs above heart level for 15 to 20 minutes. While elevated, do slow ankle pumps and circles. If your skin is not red, hot, infected, or suddenly swollen, follow with a gentle upward massage and a light layer of moisturizer. Then set yourself up for success tomorrow. If compression has been recommended for you, place the socks by the bed so you can put them on in the morning before swelling builds. Keep your evening meal lower in salt. Try not to spend the whole evening in one chair. If you watch television, use commercial breaks or the end of each show as your cue to stand, march in place, or walk to the kitchen and back. You can also keep a very simple progress log. Write down whether the swelling is worse in one foot or both. Note whether you see deep sock marks, shiny skin, or trouble bending the ankle. Check whether your rings, shoes, or slippers fit differently from morning to evening. These clues help you see patterns, and they help your clinician too if you need an appointment. A phone photo taken at the same time of day can tell the truth better than memory. What should you expect? If your swelling is mostly from gravity, sitting, heat, or mild vein weakness, you may notice some change by the next morning. Shoes may feel easier, ankles may look less puffy, sock marks may be lighter. If your swelling has been there for months or years, expect a slower path. Take a quick photo every few mornings. Notice how your shoes fit. Pay attention to how easily your ankle bends. Those are often better progress markers than the scale. If this helped, type yes in the comments so I know you want more practical senior health videos like this. Share this with someone whose feet get heavy by evening. Like the video, subscribe, and keep coming back to our family of wellness seekers. You do not need a miracle cure to help swollen feet. You need a smart, steady routine backed by science, used at the right time. Start tonight, stay consistent, and give your body the support it has been asking for.